Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we travel back to the year 1998, deep into the heart of the United Kingdom, where the humble Elizabeth II 2-pence coin was minted, a coin that would later astonish collectors around the world for its beauty, historical connection, and unimaginable value. Picture it, the late 1990s in Britain, an era of transformation, optimism, and pride. Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most respected and longest reigning monarchs in British history, was at the height of her influence. The Royal Mint, an institution known globally for precision and craftsmanship, continued its mission of producing coins that represented not just currency, but symbols of British heritage. Among these creations came the 1998 2-pence coin, small in size, yet immense in historical and artistic significance. To the average eye, the 1998 2-pence might look like any other coin, copper-colored, round, with the Queen's dignified portrait on one side and the symbolic badge of the Prince of Wales on the other. But beneath that modest exterior lies a fascinating story. The coin's design reflects centuries of tradition. The reverse side, designed by the talented Christopher Ironside, proudly features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, accompanied by the famous motto, Ich diene, meaning I serve, in German. This design is not just decoration, it's a deep historical emblem, representing the heir apparent to the British throne since the 14th century. The obverse side bears the instantly recognizable portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. By 1998, this portrait was the third major effigy of Her Majesty used on British coins, the one crafted by Raphael Makhlouf in 1985. Makhlouf's depiction of the Queen shows her wearing the royal diadem and earrings, exuding grace and strength. Every fine line in the engraving captures the dignity and timelessness of her reign. It's remarkable how a coin just 25.9 millimeters in diameter and weighing 7.12 grams can hold so much meaning and identity. Now, when it comes to minting, the 1998 issue stands out in subtle yet important ways. The Royal Mint produced these coins primarily in bronze-plated steel, a shift from the earlier bronze composition that had been used since decimalization in 1971. This change in metal composition reflected the government's efforts to modernize coinage and cut costs, but it also created unique variations and patterns that collectors would one day hunt for relentlessly. Some of these early plated coins showed slight tone variations, magnetic properties, and even surface differences, small details that today make a world of difference in the numismatic market. Imagine holding one of these coins straight from the mint, fresh, shining with a reddish glow that glimmers under the light. Back then, it was worth just 2 pence, barely enough to buy a sweet. Yet, fast forward to today, and the story takes a stunning twist. Some of these 1998 2-pence coins, due to minting anomalies, rare die varieties, and proof-like conditions, have turned into collectors' treasures worth thousands, and one extraordinary piece has achieved legendary status with an estimated market value of a staggering $30 million. But what makes this particular coin so special? The answer lies in a rare minting error that went unnoticed for years. Certain 1998 2-pence coins were struck using an earlier die, one originally designed for the bronze issues before the switch to plated steel. This created a subtle but noticeable difference in color tone, texture, and magnetic behavior. In some cases, collectors even discovered coins that displayed partial double strikes or microscopic misalignments in the lettering around the rim. While these might seem minor to most people, in the numismatic world, such variations can elevate a coin from common to legendary. Collectors often describe the 1998 2-pence as a bridge coin, a transitional piece that connects the traditional bronze coinage of the 20th century with the modern plated era of the 21st. It's a physical marker of change, of evolution, and that's precisely why it has captured so many hearts among coin enthusiasts worldwide. As the years rolled by, this small copper coin found its way into countless homes, purses, and piggy banks across Britain. For some, it was just another coin, used for everyday transactions, vending machines, or tossed into jars. But for those with an eye for detail, For those who could spot a difference in shine or weight or magnetism, it became a thrilling discovery. Stories began circulating in collector forums and coin shows about unusually preserved 1998 2-pence coins with unexpected traits. The buzz grew, and what started as curiosity soon turned into obsession. By the early 2000s, coin dealers began noticing that the 1998 issues fetched higher prices, especially those in mint condition or with clear die anomalies. Proof sets containing the coin became increasingly valuable, and specialized grading companies started to receive submissions from collectors hoping to have their 1998 2-pence authenticated and rated. High-grade examples, those with flawless luster, crisp details, and mirror-like surfaces, began commanding incredible prices at auctions. One famous story tells of a retired teacher in Manchester who discovered an uncirculated 1998 2-pence coin while sorting through an old coin jar. At first, he thought it was ordinary, but when he took it to a coin fair, experts noticed something extraordinary. The metal composition was slightly off-standard, and the coin had an unusual strike pattern. After further evaluation, it was confirmed as one of the rare transitional errors from the Royal Mint. That coin later sold at a private auction for an astonishing six-figure sum. It's tales like these that add to the allure of the 1998 2-pence, turning it into a symbol of hidden treasure within everyday life. Even today, the demand for the 1998 2-pence remains strong. Collectors across Europe, America, and Asia continue to search for pristine specimens. Online marketplaces often see bidding wars for graded examples, especially those rated MS67 and above. What's more fascinating is that the coin's emotional value has grown alongside its financial worth. For many collectors, owning a piece like this is not just about investment, it's about possessing a tangible connection to British history, the monarchy, and the artistry of minting. The craftsmanship of the Royal Mint deserves its own recognition. Every coin produced there, particularly from the 20th century, carries a reputation for precision and quality. The 1998 2-pence reflects this legacy perfectly. Its edges smooth and flawless, its lettering, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1998 inch, finely engraved in perfect balance, showing the mint's unparalleled attention to detail. Every curve of the Queen's portrait reflects light differently, creating a play of brilliance and shadow that feels alive. It's no wonder that collectors refer to it as one of the most aesthetically pleasing 2-pence coins ever struck. In the broader context, the 1998 coin sits at an important historical junction. The late 1990s were years of national renewal. The United Kingdom was redefining itself in a changing global landscape. The royal family remained central to British identity, and coins like this continued to remind citizens of their shared heritage. Even as technology advanced and society modernized, these coins quietly carried the essence of continuity, a symbol of stability under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Top 2. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most intriguing modern British coins, the 2005 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another ordinary coin from your pocket change, but what lies beneath its copper surface is a fascinating blend of royal history, minting precision, and an astonishing collector's mystery that has pushed its value into the realm of millions. Let's take you back to the year 2005, a year of quiet yet meaningful events for the United Kingdom. Queen Elizabeth II had just celebrated more than 5 decades on the throne. The Royal Mint was continuing its meticulous work, producing coins that not only served the public but also carried the weight of British heritage. Among them was the humble 2-pence coin, a small denomination in everyday circulation, but with an iconic design that represented stability and continuity in the British monetary system. The 2-pence coin, first introduced in 1971 during the decimalization of British currency, had become a familiar sight by 2005. Its design, simple yet elegant, continued to symbolize a connection to the monarchy and to the nation's long-standing numismatic tradition. But what makes the 2005 issue so fascinating is not merely its design, it's the subtle variations, minting anomalies, and rare collector-grade specimens that have captured the imagination of coin enthusiasts across the globe. The obverse of the 2005 2-pence coin features the enduring portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This fourth definitive portrait of the Queen had been introduced in 1998 and was known for its realistic detail, portraying Her Majesty with maturity and dignity. Unlike previous versions, Broadley's design did not idealize the Queen. Instead, it captured her as the steadfast monarch she truly was. Around the portrait are the words, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, which stand for Elizabeth II Dei Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The inscription and the portrait together serve as a reminder of Britain's royal lineage and deep cultural heritage. On the reverse side lies the famous design by Christopher Ironside, the badge of the Prince of Wales, featuring a plume of ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, above the motto, Ich Dying, which means, I serve. This design is a nod to the centuries-old tradition of the Prince of Wales, the heir to the throne, and it ties every 2-pence coin to the monarchy's future. Beneath this emblem is the denomination, 2-pence. Now, at first glance, this may seem like the same coin design we've all seen countless times. But here's where the story of the 2005 issue takes an intriguing turn. While the Royal Mint struck millions of these coins for general circulation, a few extremely rare variations and error coins from that year have since become legendary among collectors. One of the most talked about mysteries of the 2005 2-pence is the existence of misstruck planchets, coins struck on the wrong type of metal blank. Some were reportedly produced on bronze blanks similar to earlier issues, rather than the standard copper-plated steel used from 1992 onward. These rare specimens display subtle but noticeable differences in color and magnetic response, a telltale sign that something unusual happened during the minting process. Another rare variety includes examples where the coin was struck slightly off-center, or where the obverse and reverse designs were misaligned, features that typically occur when the dies shift during the minting process. Such mint errors, though accidental, are considered fascinating artifacts in numismatics because they represent one-of-a-kind anomalies, physical proof of human imperfection in an otherwise mechanized minting process. Collectors worldwide are drawn to these stories, not only because of their rarity but also because of what they represent, a moment in time when precision faltered, creating something entirely unique. A single misstruck 2005 2-pence can fetch astonishing prices at auctions, especially if preserved in uncirculated condition. But beyond mint errors, the 2005 2-pence coin holds an additional allure, its role in marking an era just before a major redesign in British coinage. In 2008, the Royal Mint introduced a new reverse design series that collectively formed the Royal Shield of Arms across different denominations. This change meant that the classic Ironside design used from 1971 to 2007 would soon be retired, giving earlier coins, like the 2005 issue, an added sense of nostalgia and historical importance. For many collectors, the 2005 2-pence represents the final chapter in a design legacy that spanned nearly 4 decades. It's a coin that stands at the intersection of tradition and transition, a tangible symbol of the old British coinage before the modern shield era began. That historical context alone gives it a special place in collections dedicated to the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. When we look at the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, we see how much precision and care went into every detail. The dies used to strike each 2005 coin were engraved with immense accuracy, ensuring that every strand of the ostrich feathers, every letter in Elizabeth II, and every curve of the Queen's profile appeared crisp and sharp. Yet even with modern technology, no 2 coins are exactly identical. Subtle die wear, varying metal compositions, and environmental exposure over time give each coin its own fingerprint. Now let's talk about condition, one of the most crucial factors determining a coin's value. The grading scale, used by numismatists worldwide, ranges from poor to mint state, MS or proof. A 2005 2-pence found in regular circulation might show signs of wear, dull surfaces, scratches, or even discoloration. But a specimen preserved in uncirculated condition, with its original mint luster intact, can be worth hundreds, even thousands of times its face value. However, the real magic begins when such a coin also exhibits a rare minting anomaly. That's when its worth skyrockets. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins with unusual toning, doubled dies, or composition errors. A documented 2005 2-pence era coin with a distinctive planchet difference once sold privately for a 5-figure sum, sparking global attention and media buzz in coin collecting circles. It's fascinating to think that something as small as 2 pence could capture such immense interest. But that's the power of numismatics, the art and science of collecting coins. Each coin tells a story, not just of its metal or design, but of the era it represents. In the case of the 2005 2-pence, it's a story of transition, from the end of one coinage tradition to the beginning of another, all under the steadfast reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Speaking of the Queen, 2005 was also a year that highlighted her enduring influence. Britain had evolved immensely during her reign, socially, economically, and culturally, and yet, her image on the coin remained a constant symbol of unity and stability. For coin collectors, that portrait wasn't just a design, it was a living emblem of the British monarchy's continuity through changing times. Top 3. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of modern British coinage, the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence from the year 2011. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary copper coin that passes through countless hands every single day. But as you'll soon discover, there's an extraordinary mystery and an incredible fortune hidden behind this small piece of metal. So sit tight and stay till the end, because the shocking truth about its worth, a staggering $13 million, will absolutely leave you speechless. The year 2011 was an intriguing time in British numismatic history. It came at a point where the Royal Mint was actively modernizing its coin production process, integrating advanced minting technologies and new metal compositions. The 2-pence coin, a humble denomination in daily circulation, continued to bear the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, an image that had become a national icon, symbolizing tradition, stability, and the monarchy's enduring presence. Yet, despite being a regular piece of change, something about the 2011 issue set it apart from every other year. Before we get into what makes it so rare, let's take a moment to appreciate the design and significance of the British 2-pence coin itself. Introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization of the British currency, the 2-pence coin was created to replace the older pre-decimal coins. Its design was carefully crafted to blend the essence of British history with the spirit of a new monetary era. On the obverse, we find the unmistakable portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the most recognized face in the world. The effigy seen on the 2011 coin was designed by Ian Rank Broadley, whose initials, IRB, appear just below the neck of the Queen's portrait. This version of her likeness, introduced in 1998, was celebrated for its realism and dignity, portraying the Queen not in youthful idealism, but as the experienced and noble monarch she had become. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the reverse design that's both symbolic and artistic. The 2011 2-pence coin features a portion of the Royal Shield of Arms, part of the groundbreaking design series created by Matthew Dent. This shield design, introduced in 2008, was a remarkable innovation in modern British coinage. For the first time, the different denominations of coins were designed to fit together like puzzle pieces, forming the complete royal shield when assembled. The 2-pence coin represented a crucial section of this shield, highlighting Britain's sense of unity and historical continuity. It wasn't just money, it was art, a piece of the nation's identity, carried in every pocket and purse. Now, while millions of these coins were struck for circulation in 2011, only a handful have drawn global attention, because some of them exhibit astonishing minting errors and variations that transformed them from mere coins into priceless treasures. This is where the story takes a fascinating turn. Among collectors and numismatists, the 2011 2-pence coin has achieved almost legendary status due to its unexpected anomalies. Some coins from that year display rare double strikes, meaning they were struck twice by the minting press, creating a ghostly duplicate image of the design. Others have unusual color tones caused by subtle differences in metal composition or exposure to unique environmental conditions. But the rarest of them all are those coins mistakenly struck using an older die intended for the previous design, a phenomenon that resulted in coins with mismatched designs, combining the old inscription, New Pence, with the modern royal shield reverse. Only a few of these hybrid coins are known to exist, and their discovery caused a storm among collectors. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change, a coin that looks almost normal, yet represents one of the rarest minting coincidences in modern British history. The kind of coin that, once authenticated and verified, could change your life forever. These are not just coins, they are historical accidents frozen in time, and their value reflects their incredible rarity. To truly understand why the 2011 2-pence coin can command such astronomical figures, we need to consider the role of scarcity in the world of numismatics. In coin collecting, rarity isn't only about age, it's about how few examples exist and the story behind their creation. A coin minted in error, withdrawn early, or struck in limited numbers can instantly become a legend. And when that coin also bears the image of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most beloved monarchs in history, it gains an additional layer of sentimental and historical worth. Collectors around the world are fascinated by Elizabeth II coinage. Her portrait has appeared on more currencies than any other individual in history. Each new effigy marks a different era of her reign, symbolizing both personal and national evolution. The 2011 2-pence coin belongs to the fourth portrait series of the Queen, a period representing maturity and strength, as she continued her decades-long service to the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. For enthusiasts, owning a coin from this era isn't just a financial investment, it's a way of preserving a piece of living history. Now let's talk about minting details. The 2011 2-pence was struck in copper-plated steel, a change that began in 1992 when the Royal Mint transitioned from the original bronze alloy to a cheaper and more durable metal. This switch was subtle to the casual observer but represented an important step in modernizing Britain's currency system. Each coin weighs 7.12 grams and measures 25.9 millimeters in diameter. These precise specifications might sound ordinary, but they represent centuries of precision and tradition in British coin production. The Royal Mint, headquartered in Llantrisant, South Wales, has maintained its global reputation for excellence by blending craftsmanship with cutting-edge technology. Every 2-pence coin, including the 2011 issue, goes through rigorous quality checks. But as every collector knows, even the world's best mints sometimes make the most valuable mistakes. The story of the rare 2011 2-pence doesn't end at the mint. Once these coins entered circulation, they became part of the everyday life of millions. They passed through cafes, shops, and children's piggy banks. Yet, among the millions, only a precious few carried those extraordinary characteristics that would one day make them worth millions. One such coin, reportedly discovered in a charity shop till, sparked intense interest when numismatic experts confirmed it as one of the rare era-struck variants. That single find turned what seemed like an ordinary coin into a global sensation. The discovery reignited the excitement of coin hunting across Britain. Everyday people began checking their spare change, hoping to stumble upon a rare gem hidden among common coins. And indeed, this phenomenon wasn't just about profit, it reflected the joy of rediscovery, the thrill of realizing that history could be hiding in plain sight, resting in the palm of your hand. The appeal of the 2011 2-pence extends far beyond collectors. It symbolizes the merging of heritage and modernity, the continuity of a monarch's legacy, and the enduring power of small objects to tell great stories. Each tiny detail, from the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, to the meticulously crafted design of the royal shield, captures the essence of Britain's identity. Holding this coin is like holding a miniature history lesson, one that connects the past to the present through metal, art, and time. As we explore deeper, we find that part of the coin's mystique also comes from its connection to the final decade of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. The 2010s marked a period of transition. Britain was evolving socially, politically, and culturally. Yet the Queen's portrait on every coin remained a comforting constant, a reminder of continuity amid change. The 2011 2 pence coin became part of that silent continuity, a coin that, without fanfare, witnessed the daily rhythm of British life. But destiny had grander plans for it. Thank you for watching Ultra Rare Coins History. If you enjoyed this incredible journey into the story of the 2011 2 pence coin, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow collectors, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories of rare and valuable coins from around the world. Who knows? The next coin we talk about might just be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to reveal its secret fortune.